Hey everybody, Game Bud here. Guess what we're jumping into today? Come on, guess. You'll never guess. You're never gonna guess. Now, you know what? Stop trying to guess. No. Alright, come on, go ahead, guess. Drop a comment. Drop in the comment, let me know your guess, and give me the timestamp of your guess. No cheating, alright? Alright. So, here we go. We're playing the Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe. Alright, we're not going for generic Stanley Parable. We're going Ultra Deluxe models, y'all. That's how we do things here. So, what do I know about this game is, I've seen it played a little bit. When I saw a YouTuber start to play it, and up to the first door, and then I was like, you know, this game looks fucking something like I want to play, and I didn't want it spoiled. So all I basically know, it's narrated by a dude with a very awesome voice, British dude, and that things can go a little bit off the rails if you don't do what you're told. And you know me, man. I'm a bad boy. I'm a rebel. I don't do what I'm told. I'm a bad boy. That was me spanking myself because I'm a bad boy. Alright, here we go. We're going to begin the game. It had me set at the start, set my time. I don't know why. Also, I didn't change any of the settings, so I don't know if we're going to have subtitles or what. Here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hey, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, this is where I take control, right? All right. Whoa, for some reason this feels weird. Like my eyeballs feel weird. Is this? Whoa, these things look weird. Does this look weird to anybody else? Maybe I should have changed the settings. Is this how it's supposed to look? I don't know. Alright. Okay, here we go. Check around here a bit. Okay. Left the office. 427? Yep, that's my room.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is it a holiday? Might be a holiday, right?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What's that written under there, though? What is that? G814-F1? Is that something? Is that a code? Is there a code? What's this? G814F1? No. Same number. And under here, too? Hang on. Can I duck? No, you can't. No, you can't squat. Huh? Doesn't look to be under all the tables. Oh, it's right there. Huh. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Just did a check. Just check it around. What's the computer say? Cannot access. Wait, maybe. How do you? Oh, okay. Doesn't. No prompts. No prompts. All right. Alright, so you just gotta click on things to see if you can interact. I gotcha. I gotcha. Place is a bit of a mess, man. Spilled coffee everywhere. Paper scattered. Like the whole place got hit by a tornado or something. Friggin' tornado, man.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, yeah, this is where I quit watching. So could be either or. Either or. I don't know where I'm going at this point. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Here we go. Welp. Choices were made. Alright. It's in here. It's in here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Gotta love that voice, right? Did I alter that? I don't know if I wonder who Franz is. Franz. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agendas. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Right on. Who moved my desk? Uh-oh. Who moved his desk? You better not touch his stapler. I might burn the place down. What's this? Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict, rude. Synergize core value expenditures. Monetize free to play. I've done that. I've done that. Long time ago. Huh, what's this?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What's in the broom closet?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
There's obviously something here, right?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Man, I'm checking things. I don't think there's anything to do in here.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Alright, I guess there's nothing in there. Alright.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
You're just making it sound like there's something here, man.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
What? Is there a broom closet ending?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wow! Wow!
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen.
What?
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Huh. I don't know, I feel like I should step out in the hallway. He was sounding pretty grumpy, right? Hey, just step out there.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
What are you talking about? Anyway, what's this broom closet?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, that's great. All right. All right, y'all. Let's continue with the story. Sorry about that, Mr. Narrator. All right, we're going.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And instead, we're going to go downstairs. Hey. Oh. Is this going to turn into Resident Evil? This isn't a horror game, right? Like, it's just a funny thing, right? What's that? What's it say? can't even read that. Let me know if you could read that. What's that say? Goodness. Yeah, I can't see it. Too light. I guess my eyeballs are too bad. I need glasses. I don't know. What's in here? Oh, this looks like it's turning into a horror.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
I'm in a video game?
I'm dreaming!
Oh, I'm dreaming, okay.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Yeah,
he wasn't going to lose his
the
job.
dream world, man.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Oh my God, this is
How was he
trippy as
remaining
fuck.
so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Right. Let's
so
do
he
it.
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
All right.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
It's almost morning.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
It's gone.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Start my day.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Yeah.
My life is normal. I am normal.
I'm normal.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
We're all okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, shit.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
Did
dressed,
Stanley die?
gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, wow. So I died? And I was crazy the whole time? I was insane? That's crazy. Why did it ask my time when I started the game, though? Like, there's nothing about the time. Like, that's not what time it is. Huh. I don't know. Anyway. That was trippy. I was a crazy person. So, am I a crazy person no matter what branch I play through, or storyline, or plotline, or whatever? Or what's going on? Like, I know it has high replayability. I'll probably play this a few more times on my own time. You know, unless you guys want to see some videos of it, let me know if you do. I could play some branches with you guys too. But I'm definitely going to play some on my own as well, so that should be fun. Anyway, thanks for dropping in, man. I love you guys. And you know what? If you got up here, drop your name and your subscriber. Thank you. I love you. God bless. Also, drop your name down in the comments below, your username, so that I can give you a shout out in the next video. Alright, thanks, man. Love you all.
Alright, buds, that's a wrap. If you had a good time, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment. Let's talk games. Stay chill, stay high, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.